This is Pencil, a vibe design tool that turns prompts from any AI assistant into visually appealing designs right in front of your eyes that you can edit just like in Figma. It supports components, UI kits, CSS variables, and it's completely free. But with Sketch and now Figma's new MCP tool that seems to do a similar thing, is Pencil a tool that designers are going to use? Hit subscribe and let's get into it. It's no secret that AI isn't amazing at design. I mean, take a look at this. And even though adding skills with state-of-the-art models does help, sometimes you want to tweak the design or get client sign-off before jumping into code. And this is where Pencil comes in. It's an agent-driven design tool that works locally in your IDE or as a standalone app, and it's a perfect design tool for people who like to use Claude code like me. So let's go through a quick demo. Now, here is Pencil in all its glory, and if you've ever used Figma, it'll feel very familiar with options on the left here and some more specific options to the canvas or frame here on the right. Now, this is the first file you'll see when you finish setting up Pencil. And instead of going through step 1 and step 2, I'm going to go straight to step 3 so you can see what's going on. Now, this is a prompt over here, and you could click run to run this prompt inside the chat window over here. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use my Claude code in the terminal, which has my skills, my MCP servers, and everything that I'm used to, so that Pencil can benefit from all of that. So I'm going to copy this prompt, and inside Claude code, happy first birthday, by the way, I'm going to paste in the prompt, and I'll just tell it to use the Pencil MCP server just to be on the safe side. Basically, the prompt here is telling Pencil to design a dashboard for a rover management platform using the components, so the components that exist down here inside this Lunaris UI kit. So if I go back to the frame, you can see that it's creating the dashboard for me in real time. And if I go back to Claude code, we can have a look at exactly what it's doing. So it's using the Pencil MCP batch design tool to populate the navigation bar. It's already done step 1, which is set up the main layout structure. And if you go back to Pencil, you can see the design being added and changed in real time. And now that Claude has finished, we can go ahead and change the design in real time. Now, I'm just going to say I'm super impressed at what it's been able to do, from selecting the right icons to having the right colors and the nice pill over here to having these awesome buttons. Now, I've noticed the show 10 records is a bit too close to the side, so I'm going to click on it here and then change the padding slightly. And that is the beauty of Pencil. Anything you want to change in the design, you can do so just like you can in Figma. But you're not bound to this UI kit. In fact, there are so many you can choose from Chatien to this Lunaris, Halo, Nitro, and there's even more from there. Because if I do click on Chatien, you can see I have more options in the theming area to change it to dark mode, change some of the themes, so yellow for the buttons, and even change the overall background. But there are also UI kits that I can use to guide me in my design. For example, let's do something completely from scratch. I'm going to click here, and by default, it uses the chat, but I can copy this and take it into the chat window. But before I do that, I'm going to go to File, New to have a blank slate. Then I'm going to give this a width of above 800, maybe 1024, and make the height a bit longer. Now from here, I'm going to have the frame selected, get Claude to use the style guide, and then once it's done, I'm going to give it a prompt of create a website for a Bohemian-style French bakery, getting images from Unsplash, and so on. So I'm going to hit enter and see what it produces. Now I have no idea what to expect, so let's see what it does. Now, because I'm using the superpowers skill, it asks me some follow-up questions about the website. And now it's getting to work. It's actually suggested a wider frame than the one I initially put. I'm going to speed up the video to make things go along a bit quicker. And now it looks like Claude has finished the 3 pages it said it's going to make. And if we take a look at the designs, this honestly looks impressive. I mean, yes, there are things here that I would change, but if I saw this on a website, I wouldn't assume this was created by AI. From the logo to the images used to the whole layout, this looks incredible. And I'm not too worried about the issues because all I need to do is double click on what I want to change. And here I can drag the text in like so, change the text a bit, and there we go. That's pretty much fixed. I'm going to ask Claude to code this into a functioning website. And here it is. This is the site. Now, I didn't expect it to add this bread background to it since that doesn't exist in the designs, but it's fine. Let's scroll down. It's matched pretty much everything one for one, which is very impressive. Let's go to the Our Story page. And perfect, that looks exactly how it does in the designs with the nice text, the 3 steps, and the fact they only use ingredients that they eat, which is very cool. All the images are exactly in place. and even the menu looks really impressive. I like the horizontal rule. It's added at the end of every item. Now, the beauty of this design is because it's created by AI, I can connect it to any database I have. So this uses real data. I can use any other MCP tools or skills to enhance the quality of this site. Not to mention, if I had designs already in Figma, I could go to File and import from Figma to use them in Pencil as well. I've added a link to this website in the description so you can play with it yourself. I've honestly had so much fun prompting different designs into existence, and seeing them built right in front of my eyes with the ability to edit them later feels very magical. Not to mention that Pencil files are pure JSON, so it's easy for an AI agent to understand and translate into code. But as awesome as Pencil is, it's not perfect. I did have an issue with the build chat, which for some reason didn't seem to respond. The generating overlay on new files wouldn't go away sometimes unless I saved or restarted Pencil, and it did feel quite slow when performing certain actions. But honestly, I think these are small things that the team are most likely working on right now, as well as the ability to create or import custom UI kits like the ones from Tailwind Plus. And let me remind you, this tool is completely free to use right now, so go and make the most of it because it won't last forever since it's venture-backed. Now, I'm no designer. Yes, surprise, surprise. And although I haven't tried Figma's MCP tool or the one from Sketch, from what I've seen online, it looks like Pencil is way easier to set up because of its seamless integration with so many tools. Speaking of seamless, if you ever wanted Claude Code to design terminal UIs on the fly instead of, say, coding it by hand, then check out this video on Claude Canvas, which will show you exactly how to do that.